boss. Where you at? Oh my god, that was the boss. It was supposed to be the boss. I mean, it's not the tankiest boss, but still. One of the most hated builds are coming back to the game, and it's gonna be the clutch SMG build. We now have the new PTS we are working right now, and the title update 6 with the new changes and getting the buff to the SMGs. I have a feeling that the clutch will be a little bit stronger, but to get the more damage, at least we'll have a little bit less health. Right now this build I only have 120 health, but I believe you can even go higher than that, because if you pay attention, on my mask I have 22,000, on my chest piece I have only 9,000, and that can go up to about 50,000 I believe. So yeah, right there on the chest piece I could go even higher, and then on the knee pads we have 30,000 you could say. But this is gonna be a build mostly for PvE. I'm focusing this build on, and I gotta say it's really fun to play with this build. I like using it, but unfortunately for PvP this is gonna cause some trouble. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen in PvP. We're not speaking of PvP today, but PvE, this is great. So with this build I have 2 of Douglas and Hardling, because now they dropping in anywhere. And then we have 1 of the Sokolov and 3 Wyvern wares. And we have 3 of Wyvern wares because we get that 7% crit damage, 15% drone skill power, which actually we do need a drone on this build, and 10% critical hit chance. Now the drone that we're talking about in here is not gonna be the defender drone, alright? Don't worry about it, I never use it. The drone that I'm gonna be using on this build is gonna be the striker drone. Why? Because having a skill doing damage will activate my damage talent on my backpack, which is called Spark. Damaging enemies with skills or explosive grant 20% weapon damage for 15 seconds. So with that said, I believe not a lot of people might be using the defender drone. If they use the defender drone, that means they're gonna have to use something else to kind of proc that talent on the backpack, which I believe a lot of people are going for, right? So with that said, they're not gonna have any type of healing with them. Now moving down for the start of the show, which is the talent clutch, a very good talent, and what it does is critical hit restore 20% missing health and repairs 1% missing armor. Now this talent is very good for PvE, and I got lucky to get it on these gloves right here from Douglas and Harding, but there is a perfect version of it now with the perfect talents coming to the game, which you can find it only on named gear, and I do have one I'm gonna show you right now. It's from this gear right here, the Death Grips, and the perfect clutch reads like critical hits restore 25% missing health and repairs 2% missing armor. So that's a little bit stronger than the regular clutch, but the thing is I cannot roll it, right? One thing about the new perfect talents is that if you get it on that name gear, you cannot take it out of that name gear to put on another gear. So I believe that's a good thing, because if that was the case, the name talents would be the only thing everybody was gonna be going for, right? And it would be kind of strong. So name talent, I do not have it on the one that I have right now, and I cannot roll it on it. Of course, we're gonna be having a Sokolov concern on this build, because having one will get 10% SMG damage, and then you could go with 2 of them to get you that 8% critical hit damage also, but we don't need on this build. And we have some red attributes. We need a lot of red attributes to kind of activate some of the talents. One of them is going to be Berserk. We have on the chest piece, we need 7 of them to activate the Berserk. Berserk is still one of the very strong talents coming on the chest piece, probably one of the best, and it's coming for title update 6 also the same way. Moving down for the mask, we have a mask that has 2% crit chance and 22,000 health. Now in here I would change this crit chance because I don't need it, I could always get crit chance another way with the SMGs, I would change it for something with like damage to elite. I don't have anything like that in here on the PTS, but that would be the best option. And then the talent that you want to choose on the mask could be hard hitting, or you can go with the concussion. If you want to hit headshots, that's the case. If you do not hit headshots, just stick with hard hitting. But if you want to hit headshots, go with the concussion, because you can always put hard hitting also on the knee pads. And these knee pads is going to be Wyvern wear. I do have the talent cloaked. When your armor is depleted, nearby enemies skills are disrupt for 10 seconds, can occur once every 30 seconds. Cloaked is not too bad because we're going to have our armor depleted a lot of times. So yeah, it helps us eliminating those skills around us. Having 3 of them, we get all of that. We have another red in this to help us get that 11 red. And yeah, and then the last Wyvern wear is on the holster. 12% crit chance, 29,000 health to accomplish that health that we have. I wish if I could have more health. Usually for the clutch build, you want to have a lot of health, close to 200,000. I'm just doing this for test, so this is not perfect, but you guys can perfect yourself to make the build work better. The gun that I'm using is going to be the MP5. I'm still in love with this SMG on the PTS. It's going to be my go-to SMG on the TU6, but you can still use the Vector SRB 9mm, and you can use the MPX. My MPX is not the best. I don't have the best talents. I'm not using it. It's still strong, kind of like MP5. I think they're both going to be the best SMGs in the TU6, the MPX and the MP5. For the second gun, we have the Chatterbox, just because we want to get that Blottermouth activated. That way we can get some 15% rate of fire after we get a kill. Sidearm doesn't really matter, but we have this sidearm that has the written talent on it. So with all that said, that's the build that I have. For the skills, I'm running with the Striker Drone, like I said, to activate my talent on the backpack, and also the Kim Launcher, the Enforcer. And that's basically the build. It's a simple build, but you have to get this specific brand set to kind of work with each other, because this, I believe, is going to be the best brand sets to get the most of SMGs on the TU6. So yeah, now let's take a look at some gameplay and let you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, we're gonna run this mission with the clutch build for SMGs on the challenge difficulty. Let's try this out, right?
The goal is a collection of transcripts and notes from months of prisoner interrogation. The information stored on a military-grade laptop.
Ooh, that's fast.
Downstairs.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Come on, activate our talent in the backpack. There he is. This build is strong, dude. Where's my target loot? I grabbed it already? Ooh, you see that? That clutch coming in clutch.
The first priority is to release the prisoners to keep the True Sons busy. We'll be looking for some kind of security terminal.
Clutch coming in clutch. I don't know if he's gonna be the meta again, but because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of strong guns and strong builds coming for TU6. I don't think this is gonna be the meta again, but it could be though. Who knows? And jeez, it does a good amount of damage, dude. Make sure if I'm getting that talent or not. I believe there's when you get like a named weapon or named gear, kinda let you know. Oh, finally got destroyed. Oh wow. I think he was planning that. He had it all planned. Jesus. Jeez, you saw that? Yo, that clutch, man. Oh, really? Really?